Hi there, and welcome to another Melvin Nicholson photography video blog. So today we're in Blackpool and it's a beautiful summer's day, donkeys on the beach, tide's going out, sun shining, perfect day. Decided to come down and shoot one of the three piers, Central Pier, my favourite pier of the three. Been here since I think 1868, a lot longer than I have been and probably wearing even better than I am. Now we're here to shoot a long exposure image comprising of maybe 5 separate exposures, because the problem we've got today is that the sky is too bright and the underside of the pier is too dark, and so you're realistically not going to get it in one shot. The dynamic range between the bright areas and the dark areas are far too great. So I've got the camera set up. I shoot with a Canon 5DS 16-35 f4 lens. I have a Lee filter holder set up with a 6-stop little stopper filter in, just to slow down that shutter speed, to give me a little bit of movement in the water. And the water's just coming up now to just up to the shoreline here, so that it's completely covering the bases of all the stanchions that are supporting the pier. Now what I'm going to have to do, I've got the camera set up at f11, so I've got reasonable depth of field so that all the legs are in focus. ISO 100 for the best quality, which is its native ISO setting, and I'm going to shoot 2 stops underexposed, 1 shot underexposed, allegedly perfect exposure, 1 stop overexposed and 2 stops overexposed, so 5 images in total. And then at home on Photoshop Creative Cloud I'm going to merge them all together to allow me to bring detail out in the underside of the pier and to hold back the highlights in the sky as well. So I'll get to show you that image at the end of the video. Now one of the things that I do before I take a random selection of images that need to be either stitched together in a panorama, focus stacked, or simply merged together with different exposures, is I use a bookmark system. Because if you go back to your folder next week, the week after, next year, and you've got 100 images of a similar scene, you're not going to know which images to stitch together or to fuse together in Photoshop or Lightroom. So what I tend to do is I take my left hand, I place it in front of the camera so that I actually can see the hand, and I use that as a start bookmark. So that indicates that actually the images in between this hand to start and this hand at the end of shooting the images, everything in between I need to do something with. Stitch, panorama, multiple exposure or focus stack. So using your hands to start and to stop that group of images in between will just help you remember in future that there are actually images there that you've got to do something with. Perfect. Okay, well that's it from Blackpool. Thanks for looking at the video, and if you want to see more videos in the future, just click subscribe.